I'm sitting here working from home and I just like have a little things to reflect on real quick with you. Trying to get like a little bit better lighting that I don't look like a monster. It's taken me a long time to realize that I don't need to compare myself to other people, nor do I need to compare myself or my journey to others. And it comes at a point where like you compare yourself so much to a point where you like kind of break. And the way that I find how to like stop comparing yourself to others and your journey to others is recognizing not only is your path completely different and your abilities and your dreams are actually just as vast and different as theirs. So for example, if I'm comparing my path as an actor to somebody else, let's say somebody else booked a really big TV show and they're now like a reoccurring star or something. Does that mean that my dreams are impossible? No. Why am I acting like that? And also, why should I be comparing their success to my failure? Why does it mean that their success is my failure? It's not. Someone else's success is not my failure, but also someone else's success is actually evidence that my success is coming. Usually someone had like this really cool analogy of there are birds before land, right? There are birds right before land with sailors. So if I see birds such as someone else getting success, or, friends that are my friends are getting success, that doesn't mean, or even people on social media, that doesn't mean that my success is not coming. Sure, it can make me feel like I'm lacking. It can make me feel, if I look at it a certain way, it does make me feel sad. And it does make me feel like, oh shit, what am I doing wrong? But like, you have to change your perspective to not only realizing that that is their journey and not yours, and you don't know what work they went through and what crazy things they had to go through to get there. You also don't know if they sacrificed anything for that. You have no idea what battles they have been going through. You don't know if that saved their life. But you also don't know when it will happen for you. You also don't know, sorry, I have to like copy and paste this for my work real fast. Sorry. Oh no. And I'm also like dying right now with my sickness. The antibiotics are killing me. And I'm saying all of this because I just really wish my younger self could hear this. I really wish someone out there cared about me like that to say, you know what? You're not in competition with anybody. As an artist, as an actor, you're not in competition with anybody because you are so fucking unique. You are so genius in what you are because you are an amazing human being, and you create art because you are already so full of love and so full of joy and so full of all this goodness. Why are you comparing yourself to someone else? Why would you do that? Sorry, I'm not trying to beat myself up or yell at anybody and say that you're wrong, but you are. You're wrong for comparing yourself. You are so wrong. Because you don't know what you're capable of when you're stuck in the comparison game. You gotta like go back to square one and realize, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I comparing myself? And then why am I feeling this envy and jealousy towards them about this? Because that is where your true answer lies. What about them booking, a big series role makes you feel inadequate? Is it because you haven't done that yet? Is it because that is one of your goals? Is it one of your goals? If it is, then you can learn and understand and maybe say, hey, how'd you book it with your friend? If you feel comfortable with that. Sometimes it's not quite, a comfortable thing to say, and say, hey, I really want to do that one day. How did you do it? What was your process? How many auditions did you go through? How long did it take you to? And you might learn that it took them way longer than you think it took them. You never fucking know. And so I kind of wanted to just make this real quick and just say, don't compare yourself. Please, for the love of God and love all that is good, just please stop comparing yourself. You cannot win that way. And I say this as somebody who compared myself all the freaking time. So many times I compared myself, and it crippled me. It crippled me so much that I forgot who I was. And this last year I like not only reclaimed my acting and my artistry as a person and understood who I am as a person and what I want to create as a person. I wrote so much. I wrote daily for like almost a whole year. And I finished a screenplay in like a month and a half while working 12-hour days, 7 days a week. I fell in love with writing again. I realized that writing is one of the things that not only keeps me sane and keeps me happy, but, journaling is great too, and that's part of it. I also realized I want to be a novelist. I want to be a writer. I want to be a screenwriter. I want to be an actress. I also want to direct. I learned how to direct. I love directing. Directing makes me feel safe because now I look at other actors as people I can direct one day instead of somebody that is in competition with me, because at the end of the day, nobody's actually in competition with me. And I've worked in casting, so even at this perspective, when you are comparing yourself as an actor to another actor, or even if you're an artist comparing someone else, you have to understand that everybody has a different style, everybody has a different way of doing things, everybody has a different mannerisms. They have different mannerisms and different ideas, and everybody has different types of things going for them, right? So when you're casting, you have directors and casting directors have an image that they're thinking of, but that sometimes they do wild cards. And then those wild cards sometimes get the roles. But the process is headshots and resume, whatever the crap, then they give you based on your look, that audition, and then you go to that audition or you self-tape and send it in, and then they give you a callback based on those, and then they weed out as they go. You have to understand with the casting process, none of it is personal, but sometimes people naturally are who they are and naturally become the character more than they would if they were just morphing into a character. Does that make sense? So some people can morph into it really easily, and then some people are just naturally that character. Naturally. For example, I had a guy, I was thinking of like doing strictly a white dude for this one role when I was casting Breaking Legs. I didn't cast it yet because I actually wanted to get produced. Because it was meant to be like a redneck dude that like you wouldn't assume was like a weird conservative dude. I mean, you would assume he was a weird conservative dude, like, because he was kind of based off of like Chris Pratt's character in Parks and Rec. So I was looking for a white dude. And so this black dude submitted for all of the roles, and he actually turned out to naturally do the white dude better than any of the other characters. And his comedic timing was perfect. And like, I wanted to cast him. And if I didn't cast him as the white dude character that was like the weird, oblivious redneck, I would have given him something else because he was just so freaking good. And you have to understand that some people with comedy are so natural at comedy. And that may be you, it may not be you, that's me. I know it, it's in my soul, but also some people are really, really natural at drama. And then some people aren't. And there are some comedians who are really, really natural at drama and comedy at once, and there's a lot of those. But I'm just saying that you cannot compare yourself to people or assume that you're in competition with everyone, because you're not, especially as an actor or as a writer. Everybody has their own style and everybody has their own looks. Everybody has their own unique features as a person, but also their own unique features as like a soul. Does that make sense? So what I'm trying to say is comparing yourself is useless. It's just useless. It's just a way to self-sabotage yourself and make yourself feel shitty inside and make yourself feel scared and unproductive. So when you catch yourself comparing yourself, realize that it's useless. And I know that sounds so stupid and easier said than done, but like kind of just start counting the things that you believe are unique about yourself. If you're an actor, start noticing in your self-tapes what really makes you more interesting, what really makes you more palatable. What are the things that you are so insecure about, but they make you you? Like for me, I realized that like I used to hate my voice, I mean, obviously I feel like we all used to hate our voice, but I feel like my voice is very, very different than most people's. And I don't know how it is. But I kind of can blend my voice to whoever I'm talking with. Like I can sound more like the person that I'm with. It's kind of creepy. Yeah, that needs to be something that I need to work on because, anyway. What I'm saying here is, goodness gracious, I need to type in my work a little bit. I'm getting in trouble. They're gonna fire me. What what was I saying? I forgot. Don't compare yourself. Don't fucking compare yourself. I'm tired of this. This is not okay. It is not okay to compare yourself. And yeah, that's it. That's it. I just think that if we stopped comparing ourselves, we would find a lot more peace in ourselves as artists, as actors, as whatever we are. And that is when I found peace. Because when I stopped looking at the successes of my friends and said, wow, that means land is coming soon, I stopped feeling trapped. Because comparison trapped me for like a decade. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. It really has. I'm 26 and I've been comparing myself since I was 16. And a lot of my friends got into their dream schools. One friend, she wasn't really a friend, she was this girl that was like kind of the mean girl in school. She got into the USC film and television program. I mean, not film and television, theater. University of Southern California. And that was my dream. But I didn't even apply. I applied for like New York schools and like Northeastern schools, and I didn't get into any of them. And then I went to a really tragic, horrible one. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. But like, I've noticed when you stop also comparing yourself to other, not only actors and people who are in your peer group right now, but even comparing yourself to like people who are above you, like they're just people. Like, let's say I'm, Florence Pugh, I guess, she's just a person. Like, she's great and she's wonderful, right? She's just a person and she's been studying it forever as well. But like at the end of the day, Meryl Streep, Timothée Chalamet, they're all just people who have been lucky enough to be working. So just remember, like, if you're comparing yourself in general as an actor, as whatever you are, like all the people you're comparing yourself to are just people who got lucky. And guess what? You are also a person who is capable of getting lucky and manifesting it and all that jazz. So just please don't compare yourself. If you run away with anything today, just remember that like when someone else's success occurs, there are birds to land. Land is coming. Success is on its way. I promise you. Love you. Please subscribe, comment below what you think about the comparison game. And as always, have a beautiful and wonderful day. I'm gonna go cough my guts out.